Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to...
All right, so eventually, okay, your son recovered first,
Yeah.
followed by your wife.
No.
Who was the next person to recover?
No. The eldest one first.
Okay.
As at the time the second one was recovering, I was also recovering. Because as at that time, I think there are stages of symptoms to this thing. Lack of smell, lack of taste, breathing problems, body pains. But I found out that for different people, it has different symptoms. I, for once, the only one that I did not have was that I could smell. No, I could taste, but I couldn't smell. But my wife had all. She couldn't smell, she couldn't taste, she couldn't nothing. And then let me shock you. You see, this COVID, I think there's a myth around it.
Okay.
Do you know that you can be in a house, 5 of you in a house? This thing will catch 3 people. Those 2, if you not catch 2 or 1 person, they call that person, that 1 person I cannot catch, they call that person asymptomatic. There was a lady who was staying with us, my wife's niece. This was the lady taking care of us. She was the one cooking the food, doing everything. This thing not catchable. I never see that kind blood before. Not for once. So
and you guys didn't go to the hospital. You took care of it at home.
No, you have to isolate. No hospital.
But at home.
Yes, you have to isolate. Lock up everywhere.
Wow.
Yes.
So how did you people now? How did you come to the realization of the fact that you had fully recovered? When did it dawn on you that everybody had recovered from it?
When the last person has to come out of it. It's a gradual thing. When the last person comes out of it, yes, because that is where you start. That is where you start the testing from. We have done everything because no hospital is going to admit you. My doctor is one of my closest friends. As soon as I called him and say, waiting, he didn't even. He just said, you know what? As I when it was serious, I said, let me bring my wife. He said, what is wrong with her? He said, bring her. I said, it seems this one, she's feeling like this, she's feeling like this. He all laughed. He said, I'm not actually working on the mainland today. I'm working with a client on the island. I said, I have a driver, somebody can bring us to the island. He said, no, when I finish there, I'm going to Lasut to go and teach one. I said, bros, now you come the person who come the run.
Even medical doctors were running.
They were running. I said, now you come the person who come the run with us. He said, okay. I don't advise you, just the house.
Okay.
Just the house. And then use this and that.
So after everybody had recovered, you went for the test, and the test confirmed that you were now. Who recovered first? Your first son, followed by the second son, followed by you, followed by your wife, followed by your brother.
No. My brother wasn't my brother. It was just 4 of us. My brother was not part of us.
Okay. So how does it feel to have survived the COVID-19?
Let me make you laugh. The question you should be asking is how does it feel to have had it twice?
Oh, you had it twice. Wow. How did you contract it again, bro? Anyway, let's take it like this. How does it feel to have survived COVID the first time? After that, you tell me how it feels to have also survived it the second time.
Let me tell you the funny thing.
And how you contracted it again?
Yes. Let me tell you the funny thing is that the second time was painful to me because I thought, the mental picture I had in my head is that after you have taken the vaccines, you cannot have it again.
Okay.
Now lie. What the vaccine just does is that it doesn't make it as serious as it is meant to be. Yes, if you have not taken it at all. So the second one was painful to me because that one, now somebody can't give us for half like akara. That one I take away. The person get them. He not test himself. But because he never get them before, now two people, because they never get them before, they just feel say, well, they're not well, and they had it. So they can't visit because they were traveling. They can't visit. That's what they can't give us for house.
Again. Everybody, only you this time.
No. It was just me and my wife. As soon as it was just two of us, as soon as we just know, see as it be, we all lock ourselves. So, and when you are now experienced in it and everything,
you know how to handle it better.
Yes, it was a little bit more serious for her than me. By now, I don't turn area boy for the team. I don't turn I just do strong head. Even in fact, one of the good things, one of the things when you have COVID is that the first thing you must always do immediately you feel you have it. One, take antibiotics, so that the thing doesn't go down, azithromycin, fleming, or any of those things. Then two, treat seriously for malaria. So it's a little bit, it's milder. At least you would have cut it down by 30 to 40%. So immediately I just, this thing don't come again. We just first hammer those two treatments. Then the other ones, there's nothing you can do. And let me make you laugh. It was very recent.
Wow.
It was very recent. Ask me how recent.
How recent?
Last month, during my birthday. This is the first time it's coming out. That is why I not do birthday this year. I don't make anybody come my house.
Wow. We thank God though.
Make anybody come. People get calling me, hey Baba, how far now? Because every year during my birthday, my place is like a market from 7 a.m. in the morning till 11 at night. My house is like go to the market. People come and go. So this year, from like Thursday, my birthday was on a Monday. Was it Monday or Sunday? From Thursday, now I don't send message.
Say nobody.
Say I'm not be around. I travel.
So how does it feel to have survived the hugely dreaded COVID-19 with your family? Not just once or twice.
Let me tell you the sweet thing about having survived it. Is the fact that I've also helped some other people live. There was a guy who we went to school together, and see how far away, how long ago I finished higher institution. I think it was 2001 or 2001. So it was my set mate then. See how long ago we finished. We did NYSC then.
Which school?
Yaba College of Technology. So the guy was now a very big guy in the banking industry. He had caught COVID. The bank, his bosses in the bank, he was not a manager, he was a top guy in the bank. The bosses in the bank had taken him to loot. This guy had been placed on oxygen. So I had just survived it. They had put my story everywhere, Linda Ikeji and all those things, like I said. The story was trending. So that was just when Toby Bakari, the actor now, I think that was when he was one of the top guys for Big Brother then. It was just coming out. So he was the one that reached out to me and said, because he was still working in the banking industry, or he had just left the banking industry. So he was the one that reached out to me and said, that one of his oga had told him that I used to be his classmate those days. I used to be his setmate in school those days. That the guy was under oxygen now in loot, was almost dying from COVID. That since I have survived it, what can I do to help this guy survive it? So every single thing I used, I told them, I said, look, the first mistake you are going to do is you are putting this guy on an oxygen bed with oxygen on his nose and nothing else. I said the first thing, you have to roll this guy out to the sun. Let the sun hit his skin, because the vitamin E that comes from the sun is very good for COVID patients. So that they should push him out to the sun. They did that in like 15-20 minutes. The guy was able to move a little bit. So they were able to remove that thing from his nose. So all the things I use, all the vitamins, all the medications, all the ginger, all the garlics, all the agbo, every single thing I use, the exact same thing, I just recommended them for this guy. Okay. Whereas this guy's bosses from the bank had given a lot of money to lose them, because they were selling the oxygen, this thing. If you did not have money to pay for the oxygen, you die. So the guy practically was there. I was only surviving because he had money. People on both sides were being, imagine you have oxygen and you are seeing people being rolled out, being pronounced dead. So, you know, I practically told the guy, you have to use these things. By the time the guy used them, 3-4 days into using them, the guy discharged himself out of youth. He went home, and his family were abroad. The guy went home, started treating himself at home, and this guy got better. When this guy called me after he had gotten better, you know, the guy was basically almost worshiping me. And he wasn't the only one. So many other people like that who I was able to help out of this.
Now, what were the specific things that you did? What were, go out in the sun, take antibiotics?
Yes, that. Okay, you see this one now, consultation don't enter.
You're telling your fan.
Black seed, black oil seed.
Okay.
Yes, it's called black oil seed. It's yes, you can either get it in a liquid form. It's like this palm kernel oil. It's black like this. It's called black oil seed.
Okay.
So that thing, yes, that thing you mix it with lemon.
Okay.
Yes, you mix it with lemon. You take it.
Okay.
That one you can take it 2 or 3 or 4 times a day.
Okay.
There's this vitamin C 1000.
Okay.
Not the regular one. It's 1000 gel. It's very strong. You take that one. Azithromycin. Azithromycin is very, very important.
Okay.
Azithromycin, you take the full dose. What azithromycin does is that it stops the infection from going into your lungs. Okay. When the infections go into your lungs, that is where there is a shutdown.
Okay.
You know, you will not be able to breathe well. You use hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide to gurgle. That hydrogen peroxide, it stops the parasite from going. So use it to gurgle. Yes, hydrogen peroxide. You know, you use calcium, magnesium. Then for us, we're also mixing ginger, garlic, honey together. Ginger, garlic, honey. You put it in hot water. Drink it. Then, very importantly, you know that agbo for malaria. That one where they use lemongrass, lemon, all those things cook. That time they almost call me herbalist now, because I will just video myself for kitchen the woman. You know, for life, like these people going to say, herbalist. I will say, look at you. If you want to die, die. Me, I have to save myself. So that agbo was 3 times a day. Then you steam regularly. Bros, honestly, for people who are spending millions on treatment for COVID, those people are practically just wasting their money.
So no member of your family was placed on oxygen?
No, at all. We did not let it get to that. Yes, because when the infection leaves your throat and goes down to your lungs, that is when you start seizing air. Air is gone. You start gasping for air. That is when you now need oxygen.
Okay, Owen Gee is a comedian. Owen Gee read the maths and statistics. How did Owen Gee become a medical practitioner? How did you learn the antidote?
You know, apart from having, I also have a postgraduate and an MBA also.
Okay.
That's the part that I really ever have to talk about, my educational prowess. In fact, I'm even gearing up to go and do a PhD now as it is. Money never just complete. So if you get people here with you sponsor them,
it will come very soon.
Let me tell you something I found is that people just hate to discover things. They hate to read. They hate to pursue their history. I sat down. When I had it, I said, okay, what would be the best way to cure this? Because imagine you're looking at your family going through so much pain and so much this and that. And so what did I do? I reached out to a few friends. And most of my friends will just tell me, you know what? Somebody is going to call you within the next 15 minutes. She has had this thing. In fact, she has had the advanced case of it. She's going to tell you how to go about it. And then when those people call and they start telling you all of these things that I've just said, you're like, you are expecting one big name of one big medicine or one gigantic thing, and they start telling you no. After wasting so much money on this and the case was not getting better, this was what I was told to use, this, and it worked. In fact, there were some of my friends who were having COVID. As soon as they have COVID like this, I'll just go and buy that coal pot, cook that agbo with all these things inside, give this part rider, and say, carry and go in house, go give them. Go give them with all of these things. You know, so at the end of the day, the money that would cure all of these things, bro, you know this 100,000, not pass.